Alright, let's cover a couple of things on the trailer. Most of our entire fleet is either 307 or 407 stainless steel. Pretty sure this is a 407. It's an insulated tank. This load is actually epoxy. So it's been heated. When I left Chicago, it was like 160 degrees. I think when I got down here and started unloading this morning, it was mid 150s, 156-ish. So what I wanted to point out was these caps. I've had some guys really get confused on this. This is if you're going to run in-transit heat. I don't currently have it on the truck, but typically you'll set it up. It'll come off of your bunk, the coolant running through your bunk for your bunk heat. You'll put in a split in there, and you can run lines out the back. You take the caps off, you screw the lines in, and then you can run in-transit heat. It'll basically it'll help maintain. It won't heat the product, but if the product's already heated, it'll help maintain the heat, to a somewhat less of a loss, especially if it's cold outside. The one thing you got to keep in mind is it does run off the coolant, off the radiator, so if the product is really hot or really cold, it's going to affect the heat on your radiator. So gonna walk down, and you can see I think my temps mid 150s. It's a little loud back here because I'm actually unloading, so I just wanted to show you the back valves. So back here is where we've got our valves. This valve is for the internal valve, so you would tighten it. It's hydraulic and you just crank it down. Some of the tanks, like our tanks, you can't really see it, but you'll know that it's open because there's pins at the bottom that kind of lift up. The discharge valve, this is for the outside discharge. Currently, because when I'm actually unloading, I'll talk about my fittings here in a second. The last thing is these valves here, this one and this one. This is a steam. When we loaded the product, it was only like 136 degrees. It needs to be above 150 to deliver. So I took it back and we put it on steam. They use basically boiling water. They hook connectors up to this and it runs it under pressure and creates steam. And after a couple hours, it'll heat it up. It's roughly 8 degrees an hour, depending on how many tanks you're steaming at the same time. So this is just the inlet. So they'll actually screw something in there to connect the steam line to it. Just opens up like that. And then on the other side, this is a pressure release, and this is what controls, and it just basically the steam comes out here.